Everyone, I'm just back from watching the epic Ponniyin Selvan, chapter 1 or part 1, whatever you call it. So, the disclaimer is before you even begin to watch this video, this movie is not a commercial mass entertainer like RRR or KGF, which has a few fight scenes, a few songs, a few punch dialogues. No, this is not it. This movie is definitely for you. If that's what you're expecting, you will be bored and you will have to walk out. No, this is for those people who genuinely appreciate good storytelling, like a Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, which is, I mean, you get the pulse, right? I mean, it might be a little slow, but it's a documented history from a novel, and something that happens 10 years ago. So it's a period drama, of course, and very few drama, I mean, very few scenes which will make you, be on a cliffhanger every second. No, genuine storytelling, but made in a very grandeur way. Let's start, and I will not waste your time with the big storyline, because I've already posted my earlier video wherein I have explained all the 5 volumes, whatever the novel says, Ponniyin Selvan's novel says. I have condensed it within 8 minutes, and I posted that in my channel, my earlier video. I may put that video link in the comment or the description. Just check out if you want that. So I'll get directly to the plot. The plot is very simple. This is not rocket science. This is a period drama, like I already said. This happened 10 years ago. Sorry, 10 decades ago. I'm very sorry about that. So it happens in the 10th century, maybe, when India's greatest empire, the Chola dynasty, was facing a grave threat from within and from outside as well. From outside, as in Pandyas, and from within, in the choice of who should be ruling within the family and get the incumbent emperor out of that throne. So that's the plot, that's the basic thing, and which has been split into 2 volumes as to what needs to be done. A comet hovers around the sky, which means it's a dangerous thing for a royal family, and there's a certain death. But whose death are we talking about is what this novel or this movie is all about, split into 2 parts. So, as Vikram, as Aditya Karigalan, I loved his portrayal of a disappointed lover. If you have seen my earlier video, you would know that I was looking forward to that role particularly. He's exceeded my expectations, and really I could feel for the guy, especially the interval part, his expressions, the way he evokes his emotions really touches a real good chord within the audience. And the second most impressive character was Nandini, played by Aishwarya Rai. I'm usually not a great fan of her, but in this movie, the way it's shown, wow, it's just mind-blowing. You just watch the movie in a good theater with a good sound system, and you'll know what I'm talking about. The grandeur, the presentation, the making. I've never seen Mani Ratnam making a grand movie like S.S. Rajamouli or Shankar. He's very much grounded. Like he directs movies which is more relatable. This is his dream project apparently, and I must say he's done a very good job in making this. Of course, with a lot of actors, with the big budget and everything, and he has completed this entire shoot within 120 days, including 1 and 2 as well, which is hats off. Some people take 5 years, like Bahubali was taken for like years together. It started in 2012 and maybe ended in 2018 or something. It took 5 to 6 years, but this guy has done it in 120 days. Hats off for that. Real dedication and quick, efficient. So that being said, the music by A.R. Rahman, the Ponni Nadi song really haunts me even after coming back from the theater. The VFX, simply amazing, and the artwork, the production design, the very introduction scene when the Kamal Hassan's voiceover comes in as a monologue, narrating what is it all about, establishing the premise. That artwork was mind blowing. I was totally mind blown, the way it was presented, and Trisha, of course, as Kundavi, Aditya Karigalan's sister, she's done a decent job. And but I must say this: all the women look so beautiful, so resplendent, so glamorous. Like you, I mean, of course, it's from the novel. We keep hearing fairy tales about beautiful women, and Mani Ratnam has actually presented them as beautiful women on screen, and you would have to see it to know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, the good points are like I've already said, Vikram and Jayam Ravi, Karthi as Vandiyadevan was the most amazing, the right guy apparently for Vandiyadevan character, because when I read the novel, I felt who would be acting in this role, and when I heard it was Karthi, I was a little doubtful if he would be able to pull it off, but then he proved me wrong. Hilarious comedy. Anytime he utters a word on screen, the theater bursts out laughing. It's that good. And the presentation, everything, and interval. Yeah, there's an interval wherein Vikram narrates something to one of his bodyguards, or I don't know who it is, maybe a bodyguard. And the way he narrates, the way he evokes, like, it really impressed. And the interval was bang on. And coming to the climax, yet again another twist awaits all of you. When you see it, you'll know it. Just after the end credits, do not wake up from your seat. Just wait for like maybe 10 seconds or something. You would know what's coming next, what to expect in PS2. So that being said, it's a must watch if you genuinely like storytelling and narration. Even if it's slow, I wouldn't call it a lag, because that's a necessary for depicting any story like Mahabharata or Ramayana. What if we say if it's very slow? Is it even justified? It's not. So this kind of an epic deserves that attention, deserves that time, and I have no complaints about that. So if you're a mass movie kind of a guy or a girl, please avoid this. You wouldn't want to watch this, and you would come out complaining that I slept off, I didn't know what was happening, it was too slow. Please don't go for it. And okay, for the cons, for people who have read this novel, for them, there's just one point that I would like to remind: the part of Kandan Maran and the stabbing and the misunderstanding that happens, that entirely is removed. And I was a little disappointed, because I was looking forward for that particular scene which I imagined while reading it, as to how a sequence happens and how it's shot. I was looking forward for that, but I was surprised to see that it's completely done away with. It's deleted, it's removed. I don't know if they shot it and then deleted it, but that scene doesn't exist. So I was disappointed with that. And the thing about war sequences, I guess I was a little disappointed in terms of war sequences and the way it's shot. I mean, as a normal audience, when I sit and watch a war sequence like Kurukshetra, or even for that example, the Bahubali, the first part, the war between the Mahishmati and the other guys, it was dramatic. It keeps you at the edge of the seat, and the sequences are well shot that the audience doesn't get confused. They're very much focused. They show exactly what is happening with, there's nothing much, even if it's a little slow, they've captured it very well. But here in this movie, they've captured it in real time, which is not a good idea for me, because I hardly got to see any action sequences. I'm not a great action fan, but I would want to see what is exactly happening, and it was poorly done. The war sequences part alone. So those two seats and those two things, and the background music though was great, but not and not all songs would capture you. Like there are few songs which would actually it's an eyesore, to be honest. Not A.R. Rahman's best work. I'm sorry to say that. I'm an A.R. Rahman fan, but I wouldn't rate this higher. So that being said, how much would I rate this movie? Well, it's on a rating of 5. It would be 3.5. The movie is good, apart from the two or three flaws that I mentioned. Otherwise, just book the tickets and go watch it in a good theater with a 4K resolution and a Dolby Atmos sound, or any good speaker, and you would love the movie, the grandeur, I mean. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.